Freddy and Jason, and Dave will be joining us shortly. So Jason, we were going to record earlier in the week, but you had a leak.
Mm-hmm.
Your most holy of holies at home.
Yeah,
hear you.
That's very true.
There we go. I couldn't hear.
It's a very sensitive topic.
Yeah.
But yes, my water heater leaked, and now it's going to prompt a complete move of the comic book room.
A complete move, as in permanently?
The comic book room, absolutely.
Yeah, so just in case down the road something like that happens again.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to live in the basement now, and the comics will have the rest of the house?
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's called being an adult.
Yeah. I had a bubble bath this morning.
But no, that's just relaxing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was nice. It was a grape bubble bath, probably children is my presumption. And I used it. But I'm also wearing a Mickey Mouse shirt, so what are you going to do?
Who are we to judge? 9 times out of 10, I'm wearing a comic book shirt.
Yeah. 9 times.
9.
Oh, look who decided to join us.
Oh, he's a righteous dude.
And then I guess, Freddy, you would do machines.
I would do machines.
Yeah, I thought we were doing like a Ninja Turtle thing.
No, we were doing a Ferris Bueller thing.
9.
9 times.
I don't know that show well enough, or that movie well enough to reference it.
9 times.
Dave, do you not have a picture?
He's a disembodied voice. He's a ghost.
9 times. I don't have a picture?
No, we don't see you.
Oh, man.
Mrs. Bueller, your son has been absent no less than 9 times.
9
There he is.
times.
Oh, boy. Boy. How are you guys?
Ducky.
Duck. Another 80s reference.
Ate a duck.
Was it as good as everyone says?
No.
First off, duck is disgusting.
It's very oily.
It is. It's the most oily, just greasy. Andy loves it, though.
I wouldn't eat it because also ducks are cute.
Yeah.
I love vegetarian duck. I eat it every time I get the chance, to be honest.
What is vegetarian duck?
I don't know. It's vegetarian.
What if
alternative to duck?
What if it was just the duck that was a vegetarian there?
This duck was a vegetarian, and you are now eating a vegetarian.
It's very meta, a vegetarian eating another vegetarian.
Yipper.
Oh, boy.
I've never eaten a real duck in my lifetime.
Well, you're not missing out.
That's not good.
Yeah.
People do love them, though. They love a duck.
So what do you want to talk about? We text message each other all the time asking if we want to record. And then we start recording and it's like,
I got you.
I guess we forgot an important part.
You mean a topic?
Yeah.
We don't need that. We're so fucking good at what we do.
Dave is right. We've done multiple episodes where we said, who knows?
I've got some stuff for you.
Well, there's the god-awful news about the Zack Snyder cut.
What's god-awful about it? Is it that it exists?
I'm just messing with people. He's horrible,
though. I've got
his fans are so easy to get all riled up.
All right, so you know, I'm not cool with the films most of the time.
Yeah, we've established that.
Yeah, but like cool as in like my education is very short. So what does that even fucking mean for like the lame man? Like I know that there's all a hubbub on the internet about it, but like what does that really mean?
So the Cliff Notes version of it is, Marvel starts their universe and it's very successful. So DC says, maybe we should try this. So they put out Man of Steel, directed by Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
It was not a very good movie.
Right.
One might even say it was an awful movie.
Right.
Because Zack Snyder is not that good of a director.
Gotcha.
I don't blame him necessarily, but they just screwed with something sacred, in my opinion. And I don't
blame him. That is 100% a him movie.
I don't have a lot of sacred cows. You know what I mean? But I feel like Superman might be one of those for me. Even though I'm not a huge Superman fan, I just like my Superman to be Christopher Reeves.
So basically, Dave, he made Superman in this dark, edgy movie.
Right.
Took out all the great elements of Superman.
Right.
So the movie did not do nearly as well as they hoped. So their answer was, let's rush and do Batman vs. Superman.
Yeah.
They were going to initially build up to that because that would be a good storytelling. You always actually give some character as to why these people are fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that movie comes out. They introduce Wonder Woman. It's also it obviously has a pretty big following, but it does not do nearly as well as they were also hoping.
Yeah.
So, but by the time that again, Zack Snyder also did that. He's already starting Justice League.
Yeah.
Well, DC Warner Brothers starts looking at the dailies of Justice League and seeing that he's making it this, piece of crap dark movie yet again. So, like, it is pretty crazy story. They take the movie away from him.
Yeah.
And
did he direct the entirety of the film?
He only has like 25%. Like, he's damn near done. Like, and they all of a sudden say Joss Whedon's going to come in and finish it all.
Didn't his son also die during this?
Well, no, his daughter, all kidding aside, no jokes, she did commit suicide, but it was like a year before Justice League.
Because I kind of I thought that I always heard that
they said that was the reason, and I don't want to dismiss it, but she did do that a while before Justice League came out.
Yeah, that's too bad. That's got to be awful.
Don't get me wrong, that's horrific and disgusting that people would, attack him because of that, which they did do.
Yeah.
But anyway, he didn't finish the movie. Joss Whedon did, and the movie came out. It was such a wonderful clusterfuck.
Joss Whedon did come and work on that, you said?
Yeah, Justice League.
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize that actually happened. I thought
that was pretty much a Joss Whedon movie.
Oh, it was the worst.
Well, yeah, because, how do you expect to come in and finish like a huge multi-million-dollar budgeted movie in like 2 months?
I almost feel like he would have taken his name off of it, considering he has such a strong track record, that this would be like a big turd in the punch bowl situation.
I think the reason he's okay with it is because you can again watch that and see that it's a studio movie.
Yeah.
It's neither of their movies.
Yeah.
But ever since then, that was 2017, Dave. Ever since then, Zack Snyder's little fanboys have been petitioning to #release the Snyder Cut.
Gotcha.
And there was a bunch of stories going around that, one, it didn't exist. I thought Zack Snyder even himself said it, but I might be wrong. Said it doesn't, I don't have a cut of the movie because I didn't finish the movie.
Yeah, that would not make sense if he did have a cut. Yeah.
Yeah.
They also want to see Snyder's unfinished dinner. So
with HBO Max, something I think we've talked about, but if we haven't, that's a somewhat big deal. HBO Max is launching a new streaming service, and they have teamed up with DC, and they are making a whole bunch of DC movies and TV shows for HBO.
Interesting.
Which could be a really great thing because
they said
has great quality.
They said that their Watchmen series was the thing that kind of started it, which was amazing.
Yeah.
Was it actually good?
Yes.
Did you watch it?
Anyone that really, really knows me, I am a Watchmen loyalist.
Yeah.
And that show was amazing.
Are you saying that you'll blindly like something even if it's horrible?
No, I usually blindly hate everything. Anything Watchmen that's not the original.
Really?
Yes.
I have not heard anyone say a bad thing about the HBO Watchmen series.
Really? Because when it first came out, I heard the opposite. I heard that it was not good.
You must have been talking to
I don't know who you're talking to.
Minority, because I watched the first episode. It was awesome. I haven't gotten back into it yet. I'm gonna binge it because I was finishing Westworld.
Dave, I have literally lost friends because of my anti-Watchmen rants of Zack Snyder's Watchmen.
Oh, you didn't like the movie?
Oh, it was one of the biggest pieces of shit ever.
Oh, I love that. I love that movie.
I love the movie too.
Oh my god,
I love that movie.
Yeah,
right, I'm done. I'm done with this podcast. Find someone else.
I love them both.
Huh. Well, what do you know?
Yeah. What do you know?
No, sorry, it's too early in the morning for me to go down this path now. But anyway, point
Nine Inch
being,
Nails did the soundtrack to the television program, didn't he?
him and someone else,
Atticus Ross.
I don't know, another musician, I don't know.
Yeah.
Tiny Tim.
But anyway, the point is that HBO Max and DC are doing a bunch of shows, and to help launch their streaming, they announced that they are going to be, in fact, releasing the Snyder Cut.
All right,
So,
SnyderCut.com. You can get all your info at SnyderCut.com.
I guarantee you that probably does exist.
When I go to
The thing that's funny is kind of going to what you just said, Dave.
Yeah.
A lot of people are online, including myself. Like I said, I love fanning the flames. These people.
Really?
Seriously, these Zack Snyder fans are so easy to like piss off. It's great.
So, do you ever go to the deli and order the Snyder Cut?
Like a long, juicy Snyder.
I would like you to release the Snyder Cut into my
tomato.
mouth.
I want my Snyder.
HBO is putting like another $30 million into it.
You better stuff it in some sourdough, please.
Yummy yum.
Speaking of movie films, do I hear that we're inches closer to seeing a New Mutants movie finally?
The one they were going to release years ago?
I'll believe that when I see it.
I don't know. I heard that it's got a release date, right?
It's got like 4 release
digital.
dates.
It's gonna come out digitally now.
That might be the best thing that ever happened to that.
If it's coming out digitally, then then fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So I'm just petting my little dog.
Oh, look at that. So sweet. Did you guys watch Westworld at all?
Love the first season. Every season after that has gotten more confusing.
So you watched the third season?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, I love the third season. I think it was the best one.
It was good.
Yeah.
But it was also like, wait, come on, we get it. A part of it after a while was like, yes, people bad.
The theme?
Yes.
Yeah. But the theme in the very last episode, not to spoil anything, is bigger than that. Like they elevate, they take it beyond what the original concept is, which I think
it's some great science fiction.
It is great science fiction. It took brass balls. It reminded me, because we've been talking so much about Planet of the Apes. Nothing has reminded me more of those original Planet of the Apes movies than the new Westworld HBO series, because of the way the arc goes to places where you feel like it'd be enough for them to write every season. Example, they could have just made a lot of Planet of the Apes movies that were the first movie over and over again, and people would have gone and seen them. Westworld could have had all 3 seasons basically set in that Westworld park and built it up as a Western with little sci-fi elements, but they blew it out into big sci-fi over the course of these 3 seasons. I didn't expect them to do that. I thought it was just going to be a dressed up Western. But
I can only speak to the original movies because that's all I've seen, and
the original movie is pretty great.
Yeah.
I'm a passionate fan of both of those movies.
I'm not a big fan of Future World.
I love it. I love it.
It didn't really do much for me.
But the thing what I was going to say is that it does extend out of Westworld in the movies. Like you see all the different worlds and all of that.
This goes a little bit further.
Further than that. Like it's not.
Is the TV show really just about fucking robots and then one robot that wants to kill you?
No.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of fucking robots in it.
Is there really?
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, lots of robot fucking.
Mostly just the first season of that, though.
Right, and it makes sense because you're like, what do really uber wealthy men want with robots? Besides, they want to fuck them. They want them to make their product in their factory, and they want to fuck them.
Yeah. And do they get to kill them after they fuck them?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they took the elements of that original.
Your little
The
guys.
original movie.
Dave,
I remember watching that scene where James Brolin just rails Yul Brynner.
Along the backside.
Yep.
His face open and they just jammed a dick in there. Remember when his face was like?
I don't think that happens in the movie.
Is that just on the poster?
Oh, that was in the Snyder cut.
Wait, was Yul Brynner in Future World? I can't remember.
There were snippets of him.
Yeah.
There were dream sequences of him.
Oh, okay.
But he wasn't an actual character.
I haven't revisited the sequel in a really long time.
I think they're all lovely.
I mean,
Future World was hard. Like in the
friggin'
age
awesome.
of DVD, Future World was hard to track down. You had to get boots of
Yes.
it.
I actually, the reason I say it is because I didn't see it for the first time until about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It was on I think it was on Tubi TV.
Yeah.
TV. Interesting.
When I was in middle school or high school, I went through like a big Michael Crichton phase, and
Yeah.
I basically
Who didn't?
right, yeah.
I didn't.
You didn't? Dave didn't. But like anything he had written, which was honestly the same story over and over again with different trappings, you know.
Yeah.
Like I was in 100%. So much.
Dave,
My favorite one was about the robot dinosaurs that you could fuck. That was
Dave,
my favorite
I'm going to
one.
pause for a minute. How are you, of all people, going to sit there and say you loved the Watchmen movie?
I love the Watchmen movie.
It is nothing but like a giant cartoon. It takes place on nothing but a giant green screen. This is what you always hate and what you always complain about.
There's an exception to every rule.
It loses all of the original meaning of the book.
Does it though?
Yes, 100%. There's nothing that he got right about that from the book. Rorschach is a joke in that movie.
Yeah, I don't agree. I don't agree.
I just this whole time Jason's been sitting there and
this is going to be brought up on every future episode of this podcast.
I think he even played out the storytelling the same. It was almost like when Gus Van Sant remade Psycho, and he just fucking like copied Psycho shot for shot with new actors, and it was just like, why the fuck did you even bother remaking this movie? In some ways, I almost felt that way about the Watchmen movie. Like the paneling and storytelling was almost exactly the same.
Yeah, like
but then they cut out major chunks and major plot points.
The dialogue from the book. I don't know.
They changed characters.
What?
You know what changes it? Jason, have you seen the Snyder cut?
Oh, that's what it is.
You want to talk about long and juicy cuts?
Let me tell you this exact reason right here, because now you got me turned up. So at the very end of Watchmen, yes, Alan Moore got the idea from the Twilight Zone episode, The Pillars of Fear. The whole idea of it would take an outside entity to unite humanity into world peace and all that.
Yeah.
So that's where he created a very deep subplot that runs through 12 issues of creating this giant squid. So Zack Snyder, in all of his hackery, says, I'm going to cut all of that out, and I'm just going to make it Dr. Manhattan. I'm going to make it look like Dr. Manhattan attacked the world.
Yeah,
implying
I get that.
Implying that Dr. Manhattan could bring about world peace, even though in that same movie, they show Dr. Manhattan fighting on the side of America in a war.
Yeah.
So, therefore, that nullifies the idea that the rest of the world would be like, oh, yeah, Dr. Manhattan's the bad guy. No, they would still be blaming America.
Yeah, no, I get it. Like, it wasn't perfect. I didn't say that was a perfect movie.
It's not you. It's everyone else.
Yeah. I like watching the movie. I love the book. Like, I think it's, do I say one of the best comic book ever made? Oh, what happened? Who is this gentleman I'm looking at?
That's what Jason's inner rage.
Yep. That's what happens when you see. This is the stuff you get when you actually defend literature.
We manifest.
Filled my entire screen like he's human size. Right
Yeah, I know. That's like literally all I can see.
I want to give him a little kiss.
He needs one.
Tell him Watchmen's okay. No, the book is a masterpiece. I dare say it's the greatest comic book ever made. I don't know. I'll put it out there.
I don't know.
And I like the Watchmen movie. That's it.
Who watches The Watchmen?
Not me.
Who's gonna babysit the babysitters, man?
Actually, funny side note.
What?
The only reason I ever created a Facebook page was that I could publicly apologize to Alan Moore for seeing Watchmen in the theaters. I actually, my very first post was saying that.
That's awesome.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Look where it's gone from there.
Now it controls my life. So now, technically, in a meta way, Alan Moore now owes me an apology.
Really?
Yeah. So what else, Freddy? You said you had something else?
Oh yeah. As usual, because I'm predictable. I was reading more EC. They put out this collection called Choke Gasp.
Who did this cover?
It's really cool, awesome. Right? What the cover is, if you look, you can see there is.
It's all the creators of EC Comics working together in a silly little situation.
And they try to make him the Marvel bullpen.
Yeah.
I love it. This has everything, and it has like crime stories, stuff from Tales from the Crypt, psychoanalysis. What the hell did I just say?
You got anal on the mind.
I do. I can't stop thinking about it.
Anal. Who's on your anal list?
The brontosauruses from Jurassic Park.
Only if
my only issue with that back and forth was that, Freddy, you answered that a little bit too quickly.
The brontosauruses have anuses.
Yeah, I think that was something from 1993 coming out to the top right there.
Yeah.
They're bigger than my head. I could fit my body in there.
That's the ultimate dream. Brontosaur ass is more like it.
Yeah. Oh.
So, besides prehistoric bestiality, I read this. It's got great little moments in it. I love this particular moment where the way this guy breaks to this other guy that his fiance is dead. And he's like, "You mean you were going to be married?"
Asshole.
The bold, you were going to be married. She's dead. Mister.
Poor guy. That seems incredibly insensitive.
Yeah, it really does.
I think they do some sort of cop training or something.
And then there's great moments like this. Like this story was about these guys who ran a dog fight and this other couple who ran a cockfight, and they were having a dog cockfight thing. But if you read this is also some great dialogue. Here's how she thinks she's going to beat the dog fight people. She says, "So that's how it is, eh? B. Scott pulled a fast one. Okay, she threw 4 dogs in the pit. Tomorrow we put in 6 cocks at once." And attached blades.
Wow.
All right, that got me.
That's some fucking heavy shit right there.
It's scary, huh?
Screw Watchmen. Right there.
Let's make a movie of this.
Yeah, but they put 6
word for word dialogue.
Yeah, we got to stay loyal to the source material.
So, and then this is just great art.
It's Jack Davis.
Yep.
He's so good. Look at those fucking hands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
You see the tapering he has on his fucking brushwork? Look at that. What a dick. I fucking hate Jack Davis.
What a monstrous, talented monster.
He's
actually, that's a pretty good reprint also, or
Oh yeah, they've been doing a great job. It's Dark Horse, I think, has been reprinting all of
Well,
these.
then there you go.
Oh, they are amongst the darkest horses there are.
They are the darkest of horses.
Yes.
Anywho, that's what I've been enjoying mostly.
Mm.
That and lots of television because it's on when I work. I just throw it on in the background. Trying to soak up as much science fiction stuff as I can find.
Dave, what's new in your world?
Oh, nothing. Just lots of screaming.
Dave,
Yes.
I think I saw that you have a gold record now.
Yeah, do we have to talk about this?
Oh yeah, now I gotta know. I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't see him on social media?
I haven't been on very much, honestly.
I got a new gold record.
Yeah.
A new one, implying that there's more than one.
There is.
So when you do the art for an album,
yeah,
and it goes gold,
yeah,
you get a gold record too.
I do.
That's
now,
pretty.
Dave, now I'm curious. Do you go on tour with them?
No.
Are you a tourer with them?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. You have a solid gold toilet.
Why did you think? I'm trying to find you're trying to be you're laughing to yourself. I don't get your joke.
No, I don't know either. I was just playing like an idiot.
I did.
It's a weird thing to bully.
I just brought up the gold record to kind of make you get like that. It's like, okay.
Gold record if you went on tour, man. Did you go on tour?
Was it some weird? Was it the Wiggles or something? Why are you so squirmy about it? Which one is it? Can I ask?
Yeah, you want me to go pull it off the wall? I'll show it to you.
Yes.
I hung this one up because it looks really good in my studio. Because as you can see, my walls are all black.
Yeah.
And it's all black in here, so this one looks
very metal.
Lovely, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at those little boxer shorts.
Can you see my boxer shorts? They're barbed wire.
Yeah.
And you stood up, so
neat.
Oh, it's
for
the band Shine Down.
Yeah.
Amaryllis record.
Very cool.
I'm gonna be dead honest. That might be. I might be too old to know that band.
They're like a rock band. There's not many of them left.
Rock and roll.
Very 90s rock.
That's a very cool thing to have, though, Dave. All kidding aside.
Huh? It's very cool.
I said that's a very cool thing to have.
You're cool to have.
No, I'm not.
I've got the Brown Trouser Award in the other room.
What's the brown trouser?
I have one on me right now.
Yeah. It's every time that you scare your friend Andy and he shits his pants. If you do it 1,000 times, they send you a Brown Trouser Award.
That's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Some fun facts. If you're a Shinedown fan and you know the Amaryllis record and you're listening to right now, the arms that go around the album cover, those are my arms and my friend Greg's arms and my friend Alex's arms. And the logo in the center of the image, the Shinedown icon, the SD thing, that's actually the doorknob to my apartment in Brooklyn.
Oh, that's cool.
So now I definitely want to look it up and see it.
So now you know.
How long ago did you do it?
A long time ago.
Oh, I was to say an apartment in Brooklyn.
Yeah. I don't have an apartment in Brooklyn anymore.
Mm-mm.
Do you miss it? Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wish I had more that I've read, but obviously it's been a bit hectic here with my comic book room underwater.
Yeah.
It's are you serious?
Yes. Yeah.
You didn't tell me that. You just said, I need a new hot water heater.
Oh, yeah. I don't care if we're on a podcast. Who cares? I'm recording with my friends. So I knew I needed a new hot water heater. It was like a little leak. It was draining right into my drain.
Yeah.
Last time we were going to record when you weren't getting our text messages, I felt like a little itty bitty damp spot in my comic room. It was minor.
Like
I
in
was
the
like,
ceiling
I can
or what? Where?
no, the floor, because it's
The
right
floor.
next to it.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so like I was like, I can clean that up easy. I got all this stuff here. So as I get the dude over, the plumber, he's looking at it. Yeah, you need a new one. Yes, of course. An hour after he leaves, I'm in the comic room to like clean up and stuff. And all of a sudden, my feet start sloshing. Yep. And like I'm looking down, and it's like there's nothing I can do to stop it. Like I run upstairs and call my son. Like, I need your help.
Grab a long box and get the fuck out of here.
Thankfully, it was no
Every man
comics.
for himself.
It was hitting my bookshelves that hold all of the ones that I record in front of.
Yeah.
It was hitting the bottom of those. So I was like, grab arms full of books and run. But I was telling Freddy before you showed up that because of this, I'm going to get the hot water heater put in today, and I'm going to switch out that entire room so it's no more comic books or anything in that room.
Oh, for real? Where are you going to put them all?
In the other side of my dungeon-like basement.
Oh, gotcha.
And I'm going to put like my movie collection and posters in the comic room because who cares about them?
Oh, speaking of cool shit in the house, guess what, everyone? Mario is coming to my house tomorrow.
Is he?
And he is delivering a Dino Supreme mint condition Waterworld pinball machine.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's it.
Smokers!
I love
that.
Awesome.
Movie. Yeah, it's very awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah. He has about like 15 arcade machines.
Oh.
That are in storage.
Jeez.
Literally is doing nothing with them. And he's like, hey, you want me to come over on Saturday and just drop off this Waterworld pinball machine? And I was like, yeah, of course I
That's
do.
exactly
you made him sound a little bit like the old Jerky Boys character, Saul.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
I eat asbestos.
And my shoes fell off.
We should have Mario on here with the new video.
We should invite him. He's a good time.
Yeah, he is a good time.
Mario was great.
I feel like Mario could just carry a show.
Yeah,
himself.
He does.
Yeah.
He likes to talk.
I love it.
He recently sent me photographs of Star Wars storyboards that he found in his storage unit as well. I know that we talked about him owning a piece of the Death Star when he was on.
Yes.
But he just happened to find some original Star Wars storyboards.
Original storyboards.
Yeah, from the first film, the dogfight.
No.
Yeah, they're in frames and everything.
How do you... I like the way you said it, like you found them at a yard sale or something.
Yeah, you're saying it like all these things very casually.
No, that's the point. That's the point. He casually goes, oh, yeah, I totally forgot. I bought this 15 years ago for only $70. These are original storyboards for Star Wars. And then
next thing you know, he's going to be like, oh, he turns out he found Mark Hamill tied up in a storage unit.
You forget to feed him. He's dead.
That was 10 years ago. I forgot.
Oh, boy. Well, pretty soon here I have to go to the day job because I have to dial into a conference call and all that fun stuff. I started to say, shit, why do I have to go blue? I don't have to go blue. Clay, let's see.
Freddy does not cuss a lot.
I try not to. I don't know why. Do you know why I try not to? It's so when I do swear, it has more impact.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like swears. I just don't like to overuse them because then I worry.
You're right. That they
I really want to be. Yeah, I want my hyperbole protected.
But you're not like, all right, so most people use swears when they're like upset or angry, they use it for like conviction and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you're not that kind of guy. So I don't think you ever have to put them on reserve.
Well, it's very rare that I lose my temper, Dave.
Yes.
Tell
me more.
I try to stay very calm.
Yes.
And,
Yeah, I knew someone else like that. His name was Bruce Banner.
The truth is, I'm swearing all the time.
Oh, emotionally?
Emotionally, inside I'm swearing.
Well, I think you should swear like I do, because then the words lose their meaning and they don't mean anything.
I go through phases where it's like that. Like I had a lot of friends and family who are ex-military people who they punctuate, especially like whenever they were close to any type of service window, you know what I mean? Like they would come back like in the punctuation. My buddy, he would be like, fucking
you use it instead of
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and it would every time I knew, like, you know, I'd expect it, like when he was like deployed for any reason, come back, and that's how he's talked for a long time.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, it's interesting, and it is. It's like this is a common thing. It's like especially the Army.
Yeah,
like it just seems like, you know, like it's a foregone conclusion that that's how they're gonna talk.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yep, pass the fucking mashed potatoes.
I will pass the fucking mashed potatoes. But not before I fuck them.
Like a Beosaurus.
Yeah, that's right. Robot mashed potato fucking.
Good episode.
Yeah. It's a good morning. It's a good wake up. Get my system going. Yeah.
Maybe next time we'll have a topic in mind.
Maybe.
I think we did just fine, guys.
I'm very sedentary since this started, this quarantine.
Sedentary.
Yeah, I haven't been getting any exercise, and I'm worried.
I mowed the lawn last week. I almost threw up.
For mowing the lawn?
Yeah.
How big is your lawn?
We've got like a, what is it? What are the units of measurement for land?
An acre?
Yeah, we got more than an acre.
It's parsecs, isn't it?
Yeah, it's parsecs. You have more than an acre.
Yeah, why don't you get like a riding mower?
No.
Do you even have a power mower, or do you have one of those ones with the spinning blades?
I have an electric mower that I have to recharge 2 times to do the whole yard.
It takes me 2 charges to get through my yard.
Yeah. How big is your yard?
Not very. I mean, like my front lawn is like probably a 1/4 acre maybe altogether, but front and back.
Oh, really?
I think. What do you think, Jason? I'm not very good with that.
That's fair.
Yeah, something like that.
I've got the new model that's out this year, and I get like over an hour of a charge on one battery.
What kind of mower do you have? This is dad talk.
Welcome to the mowing. It's the Ego.
You know, the irony of this is I can reuse this graphic from earlier while we talk about mowing our lawn.
He wants you off his lawn.
Yeah. But
well, in his defense, I don't want anyone getting on my lawn either.
No, nobody on that lawn. I did the whole weed and feed, like Scott's turf builder thing on my lawn because
don't even get me started.
Because I had dandelions and real bad, and it's great. It works great, and I got my yard all nice. And then a neighborhood dog came in and dug up a bunch of little spot.
Fucking neighborhood dogs.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. Like I had a bunch of moles, so I get rid of them.
Yeah.
I get rid of them.
Yeah.
Then I go to Scott's stuff. Like I have the whole app. I downloaded an app for my lawn. It doesn't work.
My friend Jay told me about mole dildos. They look like these dildos that you shove into the ground, and then they create a sonic vibration that moles do not like.
Mm-hmm. Lawn is
intense. That guy, he's getting closer, and he's looking into my soul.
Yeah.
I'll send you guys some pictures of my lawn and see what you think. But yeah, everything you're talking about is real. Like now that I live in a suburban New York.
Isn't it funny how much you care? Like when I was a kid, if you told me that I would give any shit at all about my lawn,
yeah,
I'd been like, fuck that. I'm going to pave it.
That's the day that I jump off a roof, right?
Yeah.
But guess what? I love my lawn.
I love my lawn.
To maintaining it.
Yeah.
It's pride.
Those goddamn moles.
You know what I think about is when I was a kid, I always had the dream of owning a house and just paving the lawn and putting in a basketball court, like a full-size basketball court.
Great. Yeah.
because I used
But then you realize that you hate basketball.
You don't like sports of any kind.
It's funny, yeah. Like the minute I started dating Amy, I was like, I'm never gonna ever spend time with a bunch of dudes shooting basketball ever again. I don't have no interest in it anymore. That was like we've been together since I was like 17. So, yeah, so it was over.
Love that.
So now I'm more of a lawn guy.
Yeah. All right, get to work, Freddy.
All right, guys, that was really fun. We'll reconnect.